And welcome back for, oh, I gotta make this a little bigger. Hold on. Nope, that's not that one. That's not the one I want to do. There we go. There we go, all nice and centered. Welcome back, everyone, to Box Office Report today on the 6th of October, 2024. I did not get the box office right because Monster Summer isn't even on this box office right now, which is odd. But whatever. So number one, not surprising, was Joker Folie with 40 million. The Wild Robot made 18.7 in its second weekend. Good for it. Beetlejuice making another 10 million. Right on. For number 3 spot, number 4 goes to Transformers 1, now taking a decent drop at 41.6. And then Speak No Evil rounds out the top 5 with 2.8 million. If we just look at the top 5 real quick, that's still, though, 58.7, 59, 69 is 74, almost 80 million for the top 5 alone. So that's still a good box office. But who? Joker Folie à deux. Look, my review for it's out. A lot of people's review for it is out. Let's see if that number, by the way, has shifted since the last time people looked. Because last I knew, it had like a 30-some-odd% from the critics. Now, I have a feeling it's not dropping too much from that. But, hold on. Okay, come on. Where are you? Let's see here. Where are we? Joker Folie à deux. Okay, here's the most recent. It actually did drop 33, and the audience response is 31%. Holy crap! That's legendarily bad right there. You're not going to get much worse than that. I think. No, hold on. I want to check. I think even The Crow had a better, because I know Madam Web had better reviews than that. But what about The Crow? Let's see here. The Crow, Bill Skarsgård. Let's see here. The Crow. What was? I know that its critical response was lower than Joker. But what about The Crow's audience response? Let's find out real quick. Audience rating. Come on. 64%. That actually has a positive audience rating. It has double. The Crow has double the amount of audiences who liked it as opposed to Joker Folie à deux. Oh God, how bad was your film that The Crow and Madam Web appealed more to the audiences than you did? Oh my God. Wait a minute. Oh, wait, no, allow me, if you will, to do one more here, because it still holds a higher Rotten Tomatoes score, critically speaking, than arguably one of the worst films of the year in Borderlands. But did the audience like Borderlands more? I think that might be a Borderlands. Hold on. I think that might be a resounding maybe. Let's find out. Let's see now. Borderlands. Come on. Let's go. Unfortunately, my computer's being a little slow. There we go. And I'm just going to get rid of this tab right here. Maybe it'll help make it run faster. Hey, God, man, this is taking forever here. Okay, there we go. Borderlands, 10%. So it's got 3 times the critical rating. 3 times the critical rating that Borderlands does. But did the audience speak? Well, the audience is speaking with their dollars. They clearly want to go see Joker more than they saw Borderlands. But beyond that, just because Joker had a lot more hype behind it. Okay, excuse me. So, nope. Even Borderlands had better critical response, or better audience response than Joker Folie à deux. This may be the lowest audience scored big tentpole movie of the year. I think it may very well end up holding the record for that. The question, now that we've spent so much time just lingering in the void on this, is what the hell happened? 40 minutes. It was a tracking initially like 70, then dropped to like 50, and now it came in under that at 40 because the bad word of mouth got out. So what happened here? Now before we talk about what happened here, actually, let's just talk about the numbers in general. 121 worldwide is not enough. Not even close to enough. Because the Joker 2, for whatever reason, I know partly the reason, is made on $200 million. You want to know what the first one was made on? $65 million. Now, with sequels, obviously, if you increase the budget, usually actors demand more for their paycheck. Fine, great, whatever. So you double it. You double it to 130. It still wouldn't have been worth it, but still, you double it to 130. Not more than triple it to 200. Was Joaquin Phoenix, a guy who historically and famously does not do sequels? Was the check they wrote for him so big it covered like a quarter of the budget? Realistically, no. But he probably got, like, no joke, he probably got 10 to 20 million. Lady Gaga isn't cheap, depending on what you get in there for. So she got at least probably 5 to 10. So right there, if I max that out 20 to 10, that's 30 million going to these guys' paychecks alone. Then everyone else is getting more bit parts. Brendan Gleeson probably got the next most. But so you're probably 50 million of that alone is probably just the actors' salaries, which is freaking ridiculous. Absolutely freaking ridiculous. Unless even and I say that as someone who thinks Robert Downey Jr. demanding 100 million might be ridiculous, but I have a feeling that movie Doomsday is going to be worth it. With this, no. You want to know what the problem? Well, first, the main problem is they made a bad movie. But you want to know why this is a problem? Because when people talk about cash grabs, every film in history is a cash grab. But when we talk about cash grab, we're not using that term when we say cash grab to represent just films. No, we're looking at films that were made specifically not to make art and money, not to make a story and money. No, specifically because for whatever reason, something came about that made you say, hey, let's capitalize on this. Let's make some money. That was Joker 1. 65 million, made over $1 billion. You made bank. Well, we only planned this as a single story, as a one entry story. Didn't plan for any sequels. Well, we made over $1 billion there, Jim. So let's talk about a sequel. All right, well, should we think I'm starting? No, let's just get started right now. Let's just sign the checks. We'll give you $200 million. Well, we don't need that money. Let's just give you $200 million. Joaquin's going to be expensive. Let's get Lady Gaga. Let's do the Harley Quinn thing, okay? Why don't we make it a musical? I mean, I can try to do that. Okay, cool. And what if we do this and this? So it almost feels like there was too many cooks in the kitchen. They had an idea that was good. The execution is piss poor. It is a terrible execution of an interesting idea. The trial of the Joker, the Folie, a shared madness. I think Lady Gaga would have been a good Harley Quinn, and she's good for what she's got to work with in the movie. Joaquin's also good in the movie for what he's got to work with, but it's just lost something. And then they made story choices that honestly I don't think we're going to sit well with anyone. And it's one of the rare films in a series that actually damages a film that came previously. This movie actually hurts what we get in the first movie. And I've been on record, it's my review, I said it multiple times. Not a big fan of the first one, not because I don't recognize how good it is, like all the technique, the acting, all that, because just the type of movie it is, it doesn't work for me. But even I know, it's like, look, as someone who didn't like it, you completely just shit on this first movie. So, and you actually are hurting the story of that movie. So, it's insane what they did here. And it shows in the domestic. It really does. Now, if we're talking the numbers, which is partly what the box office is, because the numbers show box office health, it shows the health of the theaters, shows what people want to go see. That's what the box office is important for. What does this film need to do to just break even? It's made on 200 million. I don't know if there's 100 in marketing. Let's see here. Joker, Folie du. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Joker, Folie du. Yeah, hold on. And Joker, Folie au do. Joker, Folie au do. Why is it Joker Folie au do 2019 film? Anyway, marketing budget. Let's try that. Marketing budget. Budget. Oh, honey, honey. Warner spending, yeah, we know the $200 million. Lady Gaga apparently got a $12 million payday. Okay, so we know for a fact she made $12 million. Do we have a marketing budget? 200, we believe it's 100. I mean, it's apparently the budget is varying between like 190 and 200, but let's just round up to 195 or round it to 195. I can't find a marketing budget. Oh, wait a minute. Did I see 55 million in marketing? I thought I saw 65. No, I saw 65, which is what the original made. My guess is it might not have been a full 100 million. My guess is more probably like closer to 75. So that would mean then, and then I'm guessing, by the way, I'm not 100% sure on that, but that would mean that in order for this film to make its money back, because the studios take a third, you take a third of what the full budget is, 275 in this case, which would be roughly speaking 90 million, give or take. So that means you're looking at a film that has basically either between 370 and 450 to break even. And right now it's at 121 worldwide. Warner Brothers has had a good year this year. They've had a very solid year. This is going to be a punch in the face. This one's going to hurt. Not as bad as something like Borderlands hurt Lionsgate, but this one's not going to be a good one. This is going to be a owie moment. Now, that being said, based on the numbers in the international, maybe it can at least, I think it might manage, mind you, 300 million. It'd be lucky to see 500,000. It'd be lucky to see 400, honestly, because 40 million on a $200 million budget, that is not what you want to see, folks. Not what you want to see. But let's move on to movies that are actually doing pretty solid right now. Wild Robot made $18.7 million against a $78 million budget. Right now, worldwide, it's at $100 million. Honestly, that's a pretty good little, for just a second week, that's perfectly good. It's not amazing, but it's crossed 100 million. And unlike Joker, it only has to make about 78, probably about 50 million in marketing. You're looking at about 190. It only got to hit about 190. Unfortunately, it didn't really have a big enough domestic opening for the drops to really benefit it in a positive way. So, fortunately, it's going to have to look to the day-to-day and international right now. The domestic will be able to help it a little bit. And we might even see it drop. It might even make like 10 something million next week, but that's not going to be enough. Still, though, if we're doing percentages and what it's ultimately got to do, it's doing better than the Joker is. That's for certain. And it's a wonderful little movie. It absolutely is. So, with that said, let's move on to a film that's already been making its money hand over fist. And as I predicted, dropping 36.4% this week. Moving into October, this is Beetlejuice, the $400 million mark cross. That made no sense. That didn't sound right, but you know what I meant. It crossed $400 million this week. And if you look, it dropped 53% the first weekend, 49% the previous, or the following. Then 37%, now 36.4%. And you'll notice, too, the amount of theaters it's lost. 403, 368, 228. I think the studios and the theaters know we're now in October. Halloween's coming up. We need to keep this movie in theaters at least until the end of October, because that I think is going to give us a new second run for it. Right now, 402, like it made its money back. 100 million, 60 million in marketing. It only had to hit 240. It's long since done that. Honestly, it might actually be at $100 million profit right now, to be frank. If I do the math in my head real quick on that, studios take a third. Studios take a third. No, yeah, it's made $100 million in profit. So, hats off to it. And it's still going to be making some fine little change these next coming weeks. So, keep your eyes out for that. What can I say except it was a fun movie. People like this world. And we're going into the Halloween season. There's not much else I can say about that. Transformers 1, man. Like, you want to talk about a film that's struggling. It hasn't even hit 100 million yet, which it luckily seems it will hit 100 million. But, oh man, that hurts. Now, it has crossed its production budget, which is good. But at 75 million and probably again having about 50 million in marketing, you're once again looking at a film that has to hit probably about 190 to break even. Hasn't even crossed $100 million yet. We talked about what happened last week. I don't have to go over it again. To summarize, damaged franchise, maybe aren't as cool as they used to be anymore. Animated film. The kids are in school now, so you don't have the rush to the theaters that you did during the summer for Despicable Me or Inside Out 2, or even Garfield. So that I think it hurts it a little bit. So those are my basic thoughts on why it didn't work. Speak No Evil, $2.8 million. Hey, it's at 67. Let's see again, 15 million. My guess is about 20 million in marketing. So yeah, it actually made its money back at this point. In fact, I'm pretty sure, almost certain it made its money back at this point. I'm guessing 20 to 25 at any rate. Again, I'll have to look up what the actuals are. But hey, look, it's a nice little win for Universal. They've had some wins and some successes this year. Then we got the Sam and Colby Legends of the Paranormal. Is this a... No, okay, I don't... Mr. Sam and Colby have hunted ghosts at the world's most iconic haunted location. Now they set out investigation in a mysterious desert ranch famous for ghosts, UFOs, and terrifying monsters lurking in the dark. What is this? Adventure documentary horror mystery. What? Is this like a Ghost Hunters thing? I legit don't... Or this look... No joke, that poster looked like the old Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, like box covers for their shows or their movies. When you remember when the Olsen twins just constantly kept doing movies? And then White Bird debuts. I didn't expect this to be in the top 5. We've been sitting on this one for a while. So yeah, I don't see it making a lot of money, but it's not one of those films that was designed to. They were in like the last bits. Deadpool Wolverine in there, 1.5 million. It might seem 1,330,000 something. It's done its run. Unless there's like one last area in the international where they haven't gotten Deadpool Wolverine yet, and so they're just waiting, and then they add another 20 million on there. You're not seeing it cross any more records. It's now getting the last scraps of the meal before it's finally done its run. And it's getting close to ending its run, finally. The Substance, apparently a pretty good movie. And Demi Moore is apparently at her best. 16.4. So, hey, look, it's a very low-budget movie. Good for it. Megalopolis, did it at least cross double digits? It did not. And you know what? It's playing in my theater. I don't have anything really to see this week. I'm going to see if Monster Summer's going to get another screen, because right now there's only like a 9:40 a.m. and like a 12:40 a.m. screening, or maybe on Wednesday I'll try to catch it. But otherwise, Megalopolis? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Otherwise, My Old Ass, Never Let Go. Man, that came and went like a fart, didn't it? Fart in the wind. Forge again. Look, hats off to the Forge, man. Not the type of film I'm down for, but it made 30.6 million against pretty much nothing. Like I think like a $6 million budget with barely any marketing. So hey, look, fair is fair. They definitely got their amount. Am I racist? Probably. 11.8 million, and I give credit to that. Made 11.8 million. Not the type of film that would do that. The Outrun. What the hell's The Outrun? After living life on the edge in London, Rona attempts to come to terms with her troubled past, hoping to heal. She returns to the wild beauty of Scotland's Orkney Islands. Or is it, did I get that? Orkney Islands, where she grew up. Anyway, Reagan smash. Did not smash the box office. Sorry. Then we get, I'm just looking for any other stragglers here of like any of the big ones left from the summer. Like Twisters is still in a couple of theaters, like 147 theaters still have Twisters. How about that? Saturday Night is debuted with about 5 screens. Now, here's the thing. I might see this if it's coming to the theater, because if we look at this week, it says 5 limited screens this week, but it's already in like 21 screens. So I'll put it this way: while I don't actually have anything to really see this week per se, like there's no main big thing coming out, I might still see that if it does get a big enough release, because that looks like Oscar baiting right there for a couple things. Alien Romulus 246. I don't think you're going to even see it hit 350, nor does it need to. It's done. It's run. It ends with us. Same. It's not hitting 350, nor does it have to. It's done. It's run and made its money. What about Despicable Me 4? It's done. It's run, made its money. 958. Yeah. Now you pretty much have squeezed every little bit left out of it. It's not hitting $1 billion. Not going to do it. Came damn close though. It came damn close. In fact, let me just check the all-time real quick. Where does it stand as the all-time right now worldwide? Because I believe it's Despicable Me 2 is the only other $9 million member of that club. There's actually 9 million is not a very big club. It goes from 76 to now 56. So there's only like 20-ish members of that club. So Despicable Me 4 stands as the 65th, and Despicable Me 2 stood at the 58th. It was only $11 million away. Man. And then Twisters. Did it at least hit 370? Tell me you hit 370. Come on, yeah, you hit 370. Yeah, good for Twisters. It still probably didn't make its money back. But anyway. Again, we'll find that out by the end of the year. I'll try to figure out the math on that. And then this Inside Out 2 is still in some theaters, but hey, it's at 1.690. I really don't think it'll hit 1.7 billion. But can you imagine? Maybe at like one last push. And keep in mind, think about this for a second. It's almost certain to be nominated for Best Picture, or at least Best Animated Picture. Could even be in the conversation for Best Picture. But it's almost certain to be nominated for Best Animated Picture. And with Oscar nominees, you oftentimes get re-releases. It could push it. It could. As it stands, though, we're pretty much done with the box office for today. October ain't starting that strong, folks. But that being said, what do we have coming out this week? At least for wide release. Piece by Piece, which is another Lego movie. I'll be honest, I probably won't be at that because I didn't even know what it was. But apparently it's got good reviews. I did check Rotten Tomatoes. It's got good reviews. My Hero Academia, You're Next. They'll probably be in the top 5. These films aren't usually number 1, but tend to be in the top 5. So, amazingly, I do think Joker Folie à Deux will still be number 1 next week. It will be a pitiful number 1. Absolutely sad, but it'll be number 1. The problem is I don't think I've never heard anyone talk about Piece by Piece as the problem. So I don't know how many people know the film's coming out. I haven't seen it being marketed very well at all. I certainly haven't seen it when I've seen trailers for other films. I haven't even seen a trailer for it online. I think the only thing I saw was an ad while I was watching TV last night. And it was online on, I think, like HBO or something. So, Joker, I'll go My Hero. Why not? I'll go My Hero. Then I'll go Wild Robot. Then I'll go Beetlejuice. And, then I guess I'll go Piece by Piece. Now, if Saturday Night is getting a wide release somehow next week in Box Office Mojo, which has been wrong on multiple occasions when it came to what's getting released and how, I'll still go Joker, then I'll go My Hero, then I'll go Saturday Night, then I'll go Beetlejuice, then I'll go Piece by Piece, I guess. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.